disabled. Bianca. 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 Hold
Hi.
on. Say hi. I'm so sorry. My last client was like a 60, almost 70-year-old gentleman, and he didn't know
Oh,
how to get into Zoom. And
it's
I sat there
okay.
for 30. Thank you. I sat there waiting for 30 minutes for him to get in, and he was like, "Is she going to let me in?" And so my system was like, "He doesn't know." And so it's an hour appointment. So I was like, "Can you please let my last client know that I'm going to be literally 30 minutes
Oh,
behind?"
it's
So I
okay.
apologize on that. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank
you.
you. Oh, you're welcome. I value your time. I just want to
Of
let you know
course.
that. So I want to tell you before we get started a little bit on how this works. And I also, um, do you, I'm just asking you, do you follow me online at all?
Yes.
Like, is
Yep.
that, okay. Have you been on my lives in the last couple of days at all?
I
Have you
was on
gone on?
last night.
Okay. So I, I pulled up your appointment just now and I got like shivers down my spine. And I think that I have been, uh, misprofiling, I guess you would say, a certain individual. And I think I now know why. So over the last, I would even say, probably since Sunday, no, Saturday, because I was driving home from Houston. Um, I think the person you want to talk to has been hanging out with me. Okay.
Hmm.
Because I have been getting the most interesting flashes of maybe what happened to him or what was going on, but and we'll have to obviously verify and stuff like that, but I have been thinking it was somebody that was like Dominican
Oh,
or and I've even said this on live. I was like, there is a man. I said he can't be over 40. I said I bet just the way he feels like he's like my age, like maybe 35, 36, maybe not
yeah,
even
he
that.
is.
um yeah, okay, yeah, I just turned 35, and he kept, but the reason he didn't flash me any numbers, but I knew he was over 30 because he didn't feel like a dumb under 30-year-old male. You know how they are. But I knew he wasn't over like 37 because he didn't feel that formed yet. And so that's why I'm like, okay, he has to be around here. And he was light complected. He had that doughy face with like a box haircut, and it was,
Yes.
you know how Dominican people, they go through and sometimes they have a little bit of curl on top when it's shaved up and faded up. And so I was like, maybe this is like a Puerto Rican guy or something. And I just looked at your thing and I was like, holy shit, I think this is him. So I have to tell you what I've been getting, and we have to see, does this make sense? So,
Okay.
how do they talk? Number one, obviously, it's just gonna be me. I'm gonna have this pin. I'm gonna start zoning out now, and obviously, I have one behind my ear too. I don't know how that got there. But I'm gonna have this notepad, and all I do is scribble. This is a brand new notepad, so I have like 3 pages of it. This helps me focus and helps me essentially not stare at everything else and just kind of in the zone. Okay.
Okay.
Um, the next thing though, too, let me make sure it is recording. I'm gonna send you the recording tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Okay. So you're welcome. So rewatch it, re-listen to it. If you have any questions, just ask too. Okay.
Yes.
The other thing is that I am going to have a spirit box on right now, and my spirit box just said psychic, so that's interesting. We're here for that, and so we'll see maybe if we get some interesting names or clues or anything like that, and I'll just let you know I got this on here instead of in my head. The last things is, how do they talk? Well, they come in because they love you. They're connected to you. They kind of care about me, but we're essentially saying, please come in, hop in Amie's body, play with her brain, and make her understand through her own experiences what happened in your life. So,
Mhm.
how they do this is they tell me things in like 4 different ways. The first way is that they give me a bunch of signs and symbols. They will show me things like a pineapple. That means that they're from Florida, but they'll do all these symbols. They'll put them in a line, and I will present to you a sentence, and you will say, hell yeah, Amie, you deciphered that correctly, or no. The next thing is that they will talk mainly in feelings and emotions. So they'll make me feel something like, what it was like for me to love my dad. And I'll be like, oh, there's a loving father energy here. That's how I get those sentences. They talk in feelings rather than anything. The next thing is that they will try to put me it's almost like they're giving me a false memory, like a daydream. And they will try to put me in situations that could have happened to them, could have happened to you, or will happen to you. The
Mm.
only issue here for me personally is I'm from Houston, Texas. I currently live on the Louisiana Texas border in the middle of freaking nowhere. I don't believe in snow. I've never really been up north before. If you're from like anywhere from like Washington to essentially like Virginia and up, I don't really know a whole lot about it. So for some reason, because I've been to like South Carolina and stuff, but if you ask me something like, what did my neighborhood look like in, Maine?
Mhm.
I don't know what it is. I know they have lobster there, but
Yeah.
the only way I'd be, yeah, but the only way I'd be able to get something like that is if I've seen like a YouTube video, or I've read a book, or I've had another client so that they can pick that memory out of my head to show me. Um, and then the last thing is that I will just get words and phrases. That's it. And so I'm
Okay.
just going to tell it to you like it is. So if you have questions, I mean, ask. It doesn't bother me. I am going to be like, my brain when I channel goes a mile a minute. And so if for some reason, like I cut you off or something, I'm not meaning to, my brain's just like, they're constantly putting stuff in and then bringing it back. So just stay with me. What are
Okay.
you doing? Okay. Somebody just showed up. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just staring off
Hmm.
into nothing.
Hmm.
What are you doing here? Well, somebody just said fuck, so that's interesting. That starts off with a good thing. Hold on. Which means that we are slightly disgruntled about something. And then they say, I apologize. I'm good. I'm good. I go, okay. Who are you? Are you? Feels masculine, doesn't feel feminine. There's a feminine spirit that I guess is trying to be with this person or help this person, not be in like a sexy way, but just like help out, like almost like angelic. There is what? Hold on, hold on. Oh, interesting. So is this person like a love relationship, not like a brother relationship?
To me?
Yeah. Uh
Yeah,
huh.
he's my fiance, father of my
He
kids.
is. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. This is all I keep hearing him say. I said, so who is this person to you? Who are this person to you? And he goes, man, I love her. I love her. I said, oh, so it's not like, because, sister, friend, whatever it may be. And he says, he has his hand over his mouth. So a couple of things for that could mean that it may be hard for him to talk about this. Um, it could be we're thinking about something. It could also be, you know how like when men go,
Hmm.
and they think for a second. That's how he feels. So what? Oh my God, that is him. He showed me shaking. He's showing me what happened. So he says like he's sorry he left or left you. I don't think he um, divorced you or anything like that. So I think that means the how he crossed over. Hold on, come here, bud. What was going on? I said, how was your relationship with your kids? And he says, they love me. They love me. They love me. Okay, which is good. A lot of times, maybe they're there, maybe they're not, right? Or maybe we hate our dad, or maybe we love them. And he says, they love me. They love me. I said, okay. And he's like apologizing for them as well. He says that, tell me, so we have some big ones and we have some little ones. So we
Yeah.
have some girl. Okay. Okay, cool. I said, can you tell me about it? And he's like standing up next to me, and he just makes me feel like if we can look at one that's near the floor and we look at one that's
Yeah.
taller and we can put our
Yeah.
hand on it. Yeah. And so he's just talking about how he loves them. He's standing. He's a little bit more physical, which leads me to believe that he's not ready to cross over or wasn't ready to cross over. Is he stuck? Absolutely not. It just means that he's, oh, it said mourning, like morning. He says, "Come here. What? He's funny. He's talking about you. He says, she's my life. She's my wife. She's my. I mean, every single word you can possibly." I said, "Why weren't you married yet? What's going on?" He's talking about saving up. He's talking about doing it. He says we were going to do it big, and then it's
Hmm.
weird because then he goes and he makes me feel tropical too. So maybe we either were going to the tropics, or maybe we were going to have like a destination wedding, or maybe we wanted to have like a mix of both.
We wanted to move to
And then
Florida eventually.
there, yes, okay, yeah. He shows me all the palm trees, and I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
And he says that he fucked it up. Who's he? Who's that? Hold on, tell me 1 second. Who is that? He's shaking. There is trauma, a lot of
Mhm.
trauma going on here. This is where I think I had my vision from. So, this is probably where chest tube comes into play. Interesting. So there was somebody that had been, and this is recorded on live as well, for the last couple of days. They were talking about like the fluid buildup in their chest or the fluid buildup all around here, which leads me to believe that, hold on, tell me. He's a little angry. He's angry. Why? What happened? Somebody ran into you or something or what? Hang on. Wow. Okay. So it was stealing with he says something about he was shot.
He was.
He was? Okay. He says, I said, what happened? He says, man, like, fuck them or fuck him. And I said, who was that? I said, did you get, like, hit by a car? A lot of people get angry when they get, like, hit when they're pedestrians or something. And he goes, no. He says, I was shot. I go, oh, okay. That sucks. And he says that, odd. It's almost like, was there like somebody else that they were aiming for as well?
Yes. Well, that's what I was told. Yes.
Yes. Okay. He goes like this. He says, wrong place, wrong time. I said, what? And he says, there's somebody. I'm asking him, was he talking shit? That's essentially what I was saying the entire time. And he goes, man, he goes, wrong place, wrong time. And he says, I wasn't even the person they were aiming for. And I go, oh, okay. And he's upset with the police. He's upset with damn ass cops. Now he's using my language in my head, so maybe a little bit different, but it's he's pretty strong with this. And he says that so do we feel like there were like 5 people in that group that were there was like a lot.
There was a ton of people, him and a bunch of friends, and someone who argued with another friend came and he shot towards the crowd, but it wasn't directed towards him. What I was told.
Oh my god.
Yep, a crowd of his friends. Okay. So him and his friends. Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, he goes like this. I said, so what was going on? When did you meet in the neighborhood or did you meet what? And he says, no. He says, there was a lot of us. And I said, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm like, oh, there must be like 5 or something. And he says that he says he was looking good that day. He was looking good that day. Okay. Yeah. Yes, he's just talking about dying in this nice shirt or dying in this nice outfit. I was like, oh, okay. He goes, man, I was looking good that day. I go, really? And he says that, what? He doesn't even know how he's here talking to me. He says, I don't even know how I got here. I don't even know how I'm talking to you. And he likes to put himself as being physical and then non, which means he shows up as being physical in my head and then he just gets in my body. And he says he tries to feel up on you. I just want to let you know that. So if you've ever had any
I did.
Interesting. Yes. That's a real thing.
I'm like, no, I thought it was just in my mind. I'm like, there's no way. Like, I got goosebumps. I felt like somebody was rubbing my shoulder and then my back. And then I woke up.
No, that's real.
I don't know if this is a thing, but I woke up last night and like my whole boob was out. You know? And I'm
yes. Like, yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's a feel up. Yeah. He goes, I try to feel her up all the time. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. It is a thing, but they don't normally talk about it. And so that is real. And he's like, I can see his hands. Anyways, what? Hold on. So there's a daughter. You have a daughter. There is a daughter. Okay. He says, can you tell my daughter? I said, tell him. He repeated that like 4 times. And I said, what? He says, like, daddy loves her. I said, okay, I will tell her. And he keeps drawing this heart that I have over my head. So he's like sending love again. And then he keeps saying that. How many? Hold on. Shut up. Really? Does he have 4 kids altogether?
Yes, 3.
3? Oh,
I
okay,
was
okay,
7
okay.
months pregnant when he
Oh
passed.
my god. No. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, he says that. No, she's not. She's not going to. That's not going to be a thing. He says that you're a really damn good mother, and he says that you deserve another. So essentially, I wonder if you'll. And I know. And I said she's not going to. That's why I'm telling him. I said she's not going to, and he says no, she will. I said no, she's not. And then he says because she's a damn good mother. And I go, okay. So this is the other thing I think that goes along with this, and I know we don't want to think about this right now, but I think this also means that down the line, you will end up meeting somebody that has a single child, and it will be 4.
Okay.
Okay? We don't have to worry about that right now. But just FYI, down the line, doesn't mean you're going to have another one, but there's going to be 4 altogether. Okay? And he says, tell me, what about her? Hold on. And when you were pregnant, was that a boy?
Girl, baby girl.
That was the girl. That was the daughter.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
have
okay. That's
a
why.
big boy.
Yeah.
My middle child is a girl, and then the baby. But him and my
And you had.
middle child, the girl, they were like super, super close.
Mm,
He was
well,
close to
let's
his
see.
son too, but my
But
daughter was.
it was all about the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. I know. Well, let's see what he can get for her, and then I want to walk through what happened afterwards and what was going on.
Okay.
Did hold on. How did he get hit twice?
So he got hit. What I was told was once in the abdomen.
Once
Mm-hmm.
in the yeah, that's the internal bleeding. That's all of
He,
the
yep.
that's
So when you said that, I automatically knew that it was
him.
he bled out. Yep.
Yes, that was it. He was so okay. That was him. He goes like this. He shows me one hole, and then he shows me another hole. Do you know if it went all the way through?
I think it went through.
Okay, okay, because he kept showing me 2 holes. So I was like, maybe this is 2 shots or it went through. If you can, I mean, if you want to confirm that, you can. But if not,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. And there was a okay. So let me tell you what I was thinking. So this was over like the last 4 days. So there was a guy that would put in my head a image of him laying down. This is going to be kind of graphic for you. And he was a little bit lighter complected, and he was showing me like internal damage and fluid buildup and a
Mm-hmm.
hole going through. And he was talking about going like his body panicking, and then he's talking about no, no, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And I think they were able to like try to get him to the hospital. They were trying to
Mm-hmm.
get him to the hospital. Yeah. And he was just talking about medical staff around him and how he's out of his body. He's not experiencing the trauma, he's watching it happen, which means that I'm just going to say this, but like God pulled him out. It's a higher vibrational being. And so he didn't have to feel all that pain, but he was watching it happen. Okay. And so he's been here. He's been talking about this for like freaking, I swear, since Saturday.
Really?
And yeah, oh yeah, my husband can even attest to this. I was talking about it. He can tell you that. And he just kept saying, "Man, I don't want to go. I don't want to go." And he was hold on. But by the time you were able to get to him, or by the time you were able to see him, he was already crossed over. Really? Okay. So there was nothing. Yeah. He goes like this. I said, were you on life support? Like, what's going on? And he says, no, no, nothing. He says, by the time she was able to get to me, it was out. It was a wrap. I said, oh. And he's just saying, like, how sorry he is, how sorry he is, and just how much he adores you. And he says that, why? I wonder if you didn't have a good feeling that day. Um, he said something about you having a feeling, or maybe you were having feelings beforehand. What is that about?
So we had just got back from Great Wolf Lodge for my daughter's birthday. And we were
Okay.
home. We took a nap because we had a long, the weekend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he left to go outside with his friends. And then I got up because I'm one of those girls. I'm like, I'm going out too. So I got up and left
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. He goes left, I go right. We get into our cars. We meet at a light and he's behind me. So I'm in front and he's behind. I made a
Yeah.
U-turn and just went back home because I felt like something was wrong. And I just didn't want to go outside anymore. So he rolled down his window and he said, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm never mind. I'm just gonna go back home." And he's like, "All right, I'll see you later." And I'm like, "Okay." But in that moment, I'm like, I should have probably told him to come.
That's your feeling. That's your feeling. I know. I know. Oh my God, sweetheart. I'm so sorry you went through that. Like, that is, there was some reason, let me tell you, it doesn't make sense now, but there was some reason why. There's some reason. And I don't know why either. But you got that feeling from your insides. And I bet he felt it too. He just didn't listen to it. But you did. Okay. And so I don't want you to have any of that guilt. And I know it's easier said than done. And he doesn't want you to have any of that guilt either. Because I even feel he's like taller than everybody. He like tries to be taller than everybody. What are you doing? Was he, hold on, he's lying to me. I know he wants to make you happy. He's essentially saying, Amie, make her laugh because he doesn't want you to go down to a lower vibrational state. And he, wait. We like to eat. He says y'all like to eat. I said, yes. I get it. And he's talking about having a gut a little bit, even though he used to not. And I said, oh, okay. And he says, tell her I'm her Superman now. I go, okay, I'll tell her that. I'll tell her that. He does. He loves you. He says that, tell me what? What? Not all of them. Okay, do we have like a couple people arrested, but not all of them?
So right now there's one arrested. Yep. I don't know.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure out who else was involved, but the person that made the shot is arrested as of
good
3 months ago now.
Woo! Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. He goes like this. He says, got him arrested, but not all of them. I go, oh, okay, great. So that's good. Yeah, that's perfect. And he goes, better not let him out because rest assured they're going to do a plea bargain or something. And so if he gets out, he's going to get shot himself. And I was like, oh, interesting. So I don't know what's happening with that. I wonder if he is going to like talk and have like another person or something arrested or something. And then, hold on. But they are trying him for manslaughter, though. They are trying him for that, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Good. Okay. Yeah. I said, so what is he going to get? Is he going to get, like, in prison? He says, yeah, they're going to try him for manslaughter, but I don't know why it doesn't feel like it's forever. It doesn't feel like it's for life. And so have they called you to court? Like, are they calling you to court?
So I did grand jury, oh my God, almost a year ago now. And they just caught this person like 3 months ago. So they haven't called me back, but I do attend the court proceedings, so the hearings. And then if I'm not in person, then I just kind of join on Zoom. And there's one in 2 weeks again. So
wow. Wow. Oh my God. Let me know. I think he's going to get obviously something, but I don't know if it's going to be life, which is, or if they do, sorry, I'm channeling at the same time, or if they do it, it's for like 99 years, but he gets out in like 30 or something like stupid. Which also means to me, like, if you feel like it's that intense, like, go and, I don't know all the legal terms, like, go and get his ass locked up for forever. Okay. Yeah. Go do it. Ooh, I'd be there with you. I'd be like, oh my God.
No, I'm like, right. Yes.
Okay. So oh, look, my spirit box says in your house. So he's in your house.
He's in my house. Does he want to be here?
Yes, because he loves you. I don't want you. Hold on. Yeah, because his shoes are in there. Are his shoes still in there?
His shoes are here.
Yeah, that's all he says. He goes, I said, why are you in there? And he says, because my shoes are in there. I was like, oh, that's a good excuse. So he's like joking with you, but he's being serious at the same time. And he says that, tell me. But you didn't get a picture of his face tattooed on you. You only got like symbols and stuff. You can't find, like, what is that?
So I have his face.
Ah! Stop! You do! Okay. Oh, that's so crazy. Sorry. He goes like this. He's talking about, he says it takes you a long time to find a right person to do a portrait. And I was like, it did it really? Okay. And so I was like, maybe you don't have that yet. Oh, you do.
Took like
And
5,
he's
6 months.
talking. Oh my God, it
Mhm.
did. Wow. So he knows. Oh, that's wild. Sorry, that's cool. He says, hold on, tell me that. Good job, dude. Wait, what? I have a question. Is he, okay. So is his birthday like maybe in March area?
It is March.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Is it March? Okay, so let me tell you this. So, I don't know if this has anything to do with it or not. Um, I think maybe he just be using March because, so my sister's birthday is, sorry, my mom's birthday is March the 17th. My brother-in-law's is March 18th. My sister's birthday is the 19th, and then my father-in-law's is the 20th, and then my husband's is the 21st. They're all in those days. And so he kept showing me all of my family over and over again. And I was like, interesting. And they're all there. He says, tell me. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, and then I'm the only Scorpio. Hold on. Oh, are you? Tell me. I'm going to ask him about yours too. Let me see. Weird. You must have like an Aquarius sign underneath you, and then at the same time, hold on. Are you in Taurus area? What are you?
I'm Capricorn.
You are Capricorn. Okay, he kept making me feel Earth sign over and over and over again. Are you later part of Capricorn?
Today's my birthday.
Today. That's what. Okay. Good job. Yeah, he's talking about, he says, like, I won't miss her birthday. I won't miss her birthday. I said, when is it? And he just makes me feel Earth sign, Earth sign, Earth sign. And I'm like, she feels like a Taurus. I'm like, oh, it's because you're Capricorn. They're both. That's why you're a boss. Interesting. Good. And he says, he's trying. He's learning how to use this. I'm trying to make him practice. Tell me what? Hold on. So they had a viewing for him for a funeral.
Hmm.
Yeah. He's talking about, I said with bullet holes, I said, how did it go afterwards? And he's talking about people talking to his body or talking at his body. And he's
Hmm.
specifically saying, like, I hurt you, but I don't know if this is in hospital area or if this is in funeral area. I don't know which one. But he's just talking about that. And then he says, like, damn, I looked pretty good. I go, okay, good. And so he like likes the way he looked, but he thinks it's very weird. And he says, his grandmother or something. My hold on. But his mother's mother is still alive right now, correct?
His mother has passed away.
She is passed. Okay. He says my grandmother watches after me, or my grandmother loves me. And I go, oh, okay. I said, what about that? He doesn't give me anything else, and then he just says, mom's mom. And I was like, is she alive or is she dead? So that is, remember earlier I said there's a
Hmm.
female spirit that went to go get him. That is her.
Good.
That is her. Okay. You can let them know. And what? And so you do talk to his mom?
Yeah, I was with her over the weekend.
Oh, good. Oh, there's so many times that like they don't, you don't talk after the sun dies. Like that's it, right? And he goes like this. I said, "What do you want to say to anybody?" He says, "Oh, she talks to my mom. You can give her a message." And I said,
Yep.
"Really? They're on good terms?" He goes, "Yeah." And he says, like he loves her. He keeps doing the heart. He adores him. He loves both y'all. But he says like he's all right, mom. He's all right, mom. That's all he wants to say. And he says that everybody knows that I'm the favorite. I go, oh, okay,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, and he
Yep.
talks about being really bright and bouncy. And are you? Are you really? Is he like 5'11", like almost 6 foot?
He would say he's like 5'10", 5'11". He was like 5, but
Yeah,
wider like a quarter.
9. Yes. Okay. This is what he did. I said, can you tell me how tall you were? He goes, man, I'm tall. I'm super big. So I'm 5'11". And me personally, and I said, "What are you, like 6'4"?" He goes, "No, no, no, but I'm not short." And I said, "How?" And he says, "I can look you in the eye." So I'm like, "Is he like 5'10", like that?" So, and he's talking about. Tell me, hold on. So you picked out what he was wearing.
Yes.
Good job. Good job. He goes, man, he says, tell her thank you. And this is what they make me do things. And he goes, tell her thank you. And I go, what? He says, man, she picked up my clothes. She picked up my shoes. She picked out everything. He
Mhm.
says, thank you. And he says, I was there with you making the choices. I go, oh, okay. I'll tell her about that. He says that I even think like on some level you were asking him like, what do you want to wear?
Mhm.
What do you want to wear? And so you're given this and he's like replying back to it. He says that we ended up doing a balloon release.
Yes.
Yes, good job. He goes like
Mhm.
this. He says, I'm proud of him that he's so good at this right now. I go, so what about this? What happened afterwards? He goes, man, he says they would have done birds. He says, but they couldn't find any. He says, so we did a balloon release. I go, really? And then he just made me see
Yep.
flying.
So during
Um,
the repast, we had balloon release, but during his service, when his casket went into the car, we had doves.
Shut up. Did
Hmm.
you do the birds? You did the
Hmm.
birds.
Yep.
Wow, good job. Those are expensive. That's
Yeah.
what I keep saying. Good job. And he did like one of the doves like land? Like did it do something weird? What is
Hmm.
that about? What is
Uh,
that?
so they all flew
Yeah.
straight, but there was one that flew onto the tree. So there was probably like 100
Mm,
people outside. One flew on the tree and just stood there watching
sit
like the
there.
crowd. Yeah, and it wouldn't leave.
That's him. That's him. Okay, can I? He did that. Can I tell you what he's just? Oh, that's what I've never. Go watch all of my stuff. I've never had that come up ever before. He
Mhm.
went and he showed the birds, and then he showed me one coming back and just sitting there, and he was showing me like essentially like a close up of a head with an eye going
Mhm.
and
That's
watching
exactly what it did.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So that's he did that. He did that. He used that bird to watch. Okay. Oh, he loves you. He loves you. He loves y'all so much. He's not gone. He's okay. He's safe. He's fine. If any, I know this is going to sound weird, but if anybody ever got murdered, this is the best possible case. And why is that? Because not only did we find the person, we're getting him prosecuted. So that means all the loose ends are tied up. He's okay. He's able to come through and talk to you. He's able to come through and talk to mom. He's not going to leave you. He's not going anywhere. He can go to the light if he wants to, and he does, but he wants to be here and hang out with you and make sure that you and the kiddos are okay too, and that your family is okay. And so he goes back and forth. There will be some times that you don't even think he's there, but he is. Okay? He is. And what? What? He's funny. Can you get like a necklace with his picture in it and wear it all the
Yes.
time?
Yep.
What is that? Do you have one already?
So I have one. It's in my room. It has a bit of his ashes in it, and then it has his face on it. Yep.
Yeah. Yes. Please wear that all the time. That's all
Okay.
he said.
So he wants me to wear it.
Yes, absolutely. I said, is there, while I'm talking to you, I'm asking, like, is there anything else you want to talk about for right now? And he goes, me, face. And I go, oh, okay. And he says, that's it all the time. And he says that, you're still staying straight. You're still getting your nails done. You're doing
Yep.
everything. You got to keep it up. That's what he says. He says, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. I said, I know. And she says that, tell me, don't you talk back to your mother. He's talking to the son, talking to the oldest
Yes.
son.
Okay.
And he says, I go, is there anything you want to say to your kids right now? He says, tell my son, I love
Hmm.
him. Be a good man and don't talk back to your mother. I go,
Yep.
okay.
I'm glad
I'll
he
tell
said
her that.
that.
He's all in it, and he's talking about I can see you now, no matter what.
Yes.
Essentially, so please let him know. And he loves the girls. He
Aw.
loves the girls, and he what?
Can he
Hold on.
see the baby? Does he like?
Yeah, that's what we're going into this right now. So there's something about I would not be surprised if the baby has a toy that like can automatically go off or something.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that's him. That's him.
Oh.
And he's making stuff happen. And so it's not bad. Oh yeah, he sees the baby. He's gonna help the baby. He talks to the baby.
Oh.
Like that's what happens. And what? Oh, did like baby have a hard time at first, like um, drinking milk properly or something? Or
Yes.
she did she?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. See, good, 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 good. He goes like this. He says, "Man, that first part, she was," and
She
then
threw up every second.
all the time, all the time. He says, "But it's okay. She figured it out." See, I just
Hmm.
like I'm asking him, like, "What do you know about this?" I'm essentially like leaving it open ended. And so yeah, he knows. He loves y'all. He
Oh.
loves y'all. Okay, so this is what I want you to do because I gotta go to my last little session and
Okay.
then I gotta go live. And so, if you need me again or anything like that, just email me. We'll figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
The other thing I want you to do is tonight take a couple minutes, have a good breather, have a good ugly cry. He's trying to sing to you right now. He's trying to be romantic.
He always was like that.
What he's doing, he's like woo 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 woo. Um, so just know he's here. He also will probably be around me for a few days. And so if you get a random email from me, or even if you show up on live, he'll probably show up and I'll be like, "Are you on here?" And it's because you are, because he'll pop in my head. So take a couple minutes, have a good breather, have a good ugly cry. I will send this to you tomorrow morning. And if you
Okay.
need me, let me know.
I
Okay.
will. Thank you so much. Tell
You're
him I love him.
welcome. I will. You tell him. Do it here. Take a moment and tell him because he can feel you. You got it?
Oops.
Okay. I love you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.